好似未夠，我哋又嘥大家時間唔走住。你叫啊，我有啲後。Are you ready？ 好，陣間時間交俾球員啦。Back-to-back triples for Mono Vampire.
Only 7 remaining. He makes his move. Young forces it up and in! CC hasn't made a shot before that.
Pretty good so far here in the first half.
Lai, everyone for the Black Bears finding the bottom of the net. Leaky with a big steal. Leaky for 3. Goes in. What a play.
The rise to greatness continues tonight here in Hong Kong as we are greeting you from inside the Southorn Stadium in Wan Chai as Hong Kong Eastern plays host to the Westport's Malaysia Dragons. Don Rojas alongside Carlo Pamintuan on the call as we break down the action from inside the venue for the 2019-2020 ASEAN Basketball League.
Two teams on opposite sides of the team standings will collide as Hong Kong faces off against the Dragons. As you can see, the team standings, KL currently sits on top with 3 wins against a lone defeat, while Hong Kong has yet to pick up a victory in their first 3 games. And the painful pill to swallow is that they've lost all of those 3 games by an average of 16.7 points. That definitely does not bode well for the former ABL champions.
But they are hoping that they can turn their fortunes around as this is their first game for the brand new here as they take on the Kuala Lumpur Dragons, who are sporting a 3-1 record under Jamie Perlman, who is coaching the team for the second season in the ABL.
Kuala Lumpur has been the biggest surprise so far of the season as they find themselves on top, even if the Macau Basketball Club and San Miguel Alab Pilipinas both have 5 wins already. It is Kuala Lumpur that has the best winning percentage among all the teams, and they're hoping to keep it going in this road game.
Now we are seeing the player introductions from the visiting team, the Kuala Lumpur Dragons. Now, of course, they've been relying on that big three of Will Ardino, Kate Davis, and Amir Mel. Very impressive so far for the team of Coach Perlman.
All of those three working towards catching from the outside. All of them space the floor really well, and it opens things up for everyone else. They play with a lot of screens, they play with a lot of movement, and they've been successful so far. It's not a thing how they started the last season. In fact, this former ABL champion team has not qualified for playoffs the past 3 years, and they're hoping to push that to bed in the season.
Now, I was talking to Coach Jamie Perlman before this game, Carlo, and I asked him what were the biggest learnings from his experience as a head coach last season when they finished 9th with an 8-18 record. And he told me that they lacked offense, so that's what they addressed with the addition of the imports that we were just talking about.
I think they had a very good idea of what team they wanted to become heading into this season, because in the last one, they kind of didn't show the talented imports which not really worked out for them because they did not form chemistry. But this team, talking about Davis and of course Ben and Ardino, have looked like they actually enjoy playing alongside each other, which has led to their success.
No, because this is the first game for 2020. We are taking a look at the player introductions for Hong Kong Eastern, and the crowd really celebrating the entry of the locals, especially this man right here, Nikki.
That is the person who really needs to step it up for Hong Kong Eastern. He is a career 38% shooter in the ASEAN Basketball League. This was the first season, and only 20% of his outside shot will have valuable in 3-point shooting into his team. And maybe the role that was given to him did not really match his skill. Let's see if that will be changed here in their first game of 2020.
I also talked to head coach Jordan Brady, who is coaching in the ABL for the first time in his career. He says he's enjoying the experience so far, but it's an adjustment for him coaching in a FIBA sanction type of atmosphere, having coached in the NBA League previously.
Big shoes to fill as well for Coach Jordan Brady, because he is replacing Edu Flores. As he said, he won a championship. His overall record impressive. 43 wins against 23 defeats. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start rebuilding their squad. Let's see if the first 3 games have taught them enough lessons to finally pick up their first win.
This was a team that made it to the semifinals last year, losing to the Singapore Slingers in 2 games. Prior to that, they eliminated defending champions San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, and they finished 7th in the regular season with a 13-13 win-loss card, as we are moments away from tip-off of this matchup between the Kuala Lumpur Dragons and Hong Kong Eastern.
Ever since their debut here in the ASEAN Basketball League, Hong Kong Eastern has proven to be one of the better teams. 2 semifinals exits, and of course that championship. Look at their last game. It's not the Hong Kong team that we are used to seeing, a beat down coming from Mono Vampire. If you look at the bench points, a whopping 45-6 advantage for the Thailand-based team, and that has to change. Meanwhile, on the other side, for the Kuala Lumpur Dragons, they picked up a big win on the road against the Saigon Heat. Usually, teams find it difficult to score a win at the CIS arena, but the Dragons really banked on their defense in the 4th quarter to come away with that victory.
And Kate Davis was very impressive for the Kuala Lumpur Dragons, tallying 27 points in that contest. But let's take a look at the Bruce brothers from Hong Kong Eastern, Michael Holyfield and Brandon Costner.
Double-double threats, game in and game out. The only thing that needs improvement coming from those numbers. Maybe the touches of Michael Holyfield. You want your main guy getting enough touches, more than 6 definitely, to become a factor. And this is the big change that they pulled off heading into the new year. It is Brandis Radiant Ross taking the reins from Trey Kell, the leading scorer in the first 3 games of Hong Kong Eastern, will no longer be playing with this team. Let's see if he can be able to change the fate of the squad.
Trey Kell, of course, out with a thumb injury, and asked Coach Jordan Brady what they need to do in his absence. They're not planning to fill in the void left by Trey Kell. They just want to integrate Rayleigh Ross right away as we take a look at the guy who he's going to be matched up with, Amir Kell.
Outstanding all-around numbers, 17.8 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists per ball game. 47% from the field. He does a little bit of everything. And the most important factor for Amir Bell is that he plays with so much energy that infects all of his teammates.
Just 23 years old, stuffing the stat sheet in their last game. Played the entire game, 40 minutes, 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists for Amir Bell.
And he never looks tired. 40 minutes and still fresh in the end game as we take a look at the starting unit for Hong Kong Eastern.
And I'm very excited to see how Brandis Rayleigh Ross will orchestrate the offense and lead this team, because obviously a lot of these players have gotten used to the playing style of Trey Kell. Now on the other side, Carlo, what do you think the Kuala Lumpur Dragons will have to focus on to maintain the type of success they've been having so far this season?
No, they said their only focus right now is to try and get some more offense coming from their locals, because game in and game out, they know what they're getting from their 3 outstanding imports. The challenge is for the locals to step up and chip in as well. So when push comes to shove, they can rely on their second unit, on their bench players to help them out as well.
Kwek and Hong tally, they combined 12 points. Those 2 players part of the starting lineup for the Kuala Lumpur Dragons, as we take a look at Big Mike Holyfield, who tallied a double-double in the loss to Mono Vampire, 18 points and 14 rebounds.
What's important for Holyfield is for him to stay out of foul troubles, because that has been plaguing him in their first 3 games of the season. He is so important to their cause because, you know, they really miss his presence in the shaded area, especially on the defensive end when he hatches it down because of his foul situation.
And let's see if he will take more shots than 6 attempts. As you mentioned earlier, let's see if Brandis Rayleigh Ross will try to integrate Holyfield into the offense right away. It is Artino and Holyfield getting ready to jump it up here in Hong Kong, and they will have to redo this jump ball, as it seems that Big Mike Holyfield missed the action, wanting to get into it right away.
There could have been a loose ball foul, actually.
And you can see how both Will Artino and Big Mike Holyfield are battling. Even the ball is released.
There we go. Finally, we got things going.
And the first offensive possession with a man with the keys to the offense now. For Hong Kong Eastern, Brandis Rayleigh Ross gets it down low to Brandon Costner, who has been rock solid for Hong Kong Eastern. Costner missing on his first shot.
It's also very important to note, Anton, that the best defender of the Kuala Lumpur Dragons will be the one facing off against Rayleigh Ross, so they want to make things very difficult for this 2-point guard.
And I'm sure Amir Bell is pumped up for this matchup, and we can see Rayleigh Ross very vocal right away. As you saw his credentials earlier, very experienced as well. Costner could not get it from the inside, got it from the outside.
Outstanding start for Hong Kong Eastern, and that should open things up offensively for the rest of his teammates.
Bell, cross-court pass, they go down low to Will Artino, facing up against Holyfield. Artino switching hands to scoop it up in there.
Great move coming from Will Artino. We know he's capable of shooting from the outside, but also is adept at attacking the rim and finishing strong in the shaded area.
And here we see the new point guard for Hong Kong Eastern, Brandis Rayleigh Ross. Played in Slovenia, Greece, Lithuania, and Croatia. Now playing in the ASEAN Basketball League.
That's a charming violation against Foster. He thought twice about shooting or making the pass, and it ends up costing them the possession.
And there we see Coach Jordan Brady bringing his entire family here to Hong Kong. His wife and 4 kids, getting himself accustomed to the ABL life. Meanwhile, Davis has the basketball. Kate Davis to Artino. 5 on the shot clock. Davis has to let it go. Solid defense by Hong Kong Eastern.
So what they're doing right now is that they're trapping the ball screen, talking about the defense of Hong Kong Eastern, trying to force the ball out of the hands of Kate Davis in that particular situation.
Brandis Rainey Ross. Costner, another 3. That time it was short. Bell using the Artino screen, wanting Will to post up. Here's the drive. Lefty layup is good for Ding Hong.
And that is the value of Will Artino. It may seem that he did nothing in that particular play, but he attracted the defense of Mike Holyfield to step out because of his ability to knock down the long shot.
That's a foul on Kate Davis as Lee Key made his way towards the basket. 4-3 is our down to 7 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first.
You know, Anton, the best thing about having a point guard playing for Hong Kong Eastern is that it gives Lei Kei more time away from the ball just to spot up and shoot. Maybe he will come up with a better shooting percentage from the 3-point range in this ballgame.
Costner runs into traffic, loses control of the basketball. Davis. Davis stepping back. Still has the basketball. Davis to Artino. Thought about it. Cross-court pass. Ding again for 3. 5 points in the game for Ding.
We were talking about how the Kuala Lumpur Dragons hope to get something more from their locals, and Ding definitely standing strong with 5 points already. 7-3 in favor of the Dragons.
The crowd liking this start, despite their team being down by 4. Trying to energize their ball club. Rainey Ross able to draw a foul.
You know, Anton, you may say that it is still very early in the season. Even if you have a 0-3 record, there is no need for panic. However, you can feel the sense of urgency already coming from Hong Kong Eastern, wanting to pick up a victory because it changed things up. It gives you more confidence. It gives you the extra bounce in your step when you go to practice. So they're hoping that this could be it. And they want to make a statement against the top team in the league right now.
And Coach Jordan Brady believes that once the locals get more comfortable with the 3 world imports, then they can turn things around here in Season 10 of the ABL.
That will be an offensive foul against Mike Holyfield. This was something that we talked about earlier. He needs to stay away from those cheap ones because he is their main rim protector. That is his top value for Hong Kong Eastern.
This is Amir Bell. Queng. Handing it off to Ding. Bell. Throws it out. Another 3-point attempt, and that's good.
What a performance so far. 8 points in the ballgame. 8 of the 10 for Kuala Lumpur.
10-3 is our tally. And this time, it's Costner called for a foul.
Basically the exact same call whistled against Mike Holyfield. And that is where, as a player, you need to adjust to the calls of the referees. They already tagged you with 1. You need to make sure that those screens are as clean as they can be to avoid even more fouls being whistled against them.
Artino hands it back to Bell. Ball goes back down low to Will Artino. Artino spinning baseline. and called for traveling.
That is actually one of his favorite moves, that double spin move coming from Will Artino. But the referee at the baseline sensing that he actually lifted his pivot foot for a turnover against the Dragons.
Foster. Randy Ross, his first basket as a member of Hong Kong Eastern.
Welcome to the ASEAN Basketball League as he cuts their deficit down to 5.
Bell, what a move by Amir Bell. Even the crowd reacting to that move by the point guard.
Euro step in the floater. He knew that Michael Holyfield was right there, so he put extra height on that shot to make sure it would go clear.
Oh, what a block right there by Will Artino. And it is Kuala Lumpur basketball. Free for 3. And he bats it home. Chichihua.
How about three-point shooting on these locals for Kuala Lumpur?
And Hong Kong Eastern calls for time as they are down 15-5. Let's take a look at the action that has occurred so far in the early goings of this matchup between Kuala Lumpur and Hong Kong. Artino on the drive, and then we see Ting getting himself involved right away. He already has 8 points in the contest, including 2 3-point bombs.
4 points for the Kuala Lumpur imports, 11 for the locals, 3 of 4 shooting from the 3-point range. So far, so good for Kuala Lumpur.
And now it is Chin defending Rayleigh Ross. Fade away. Too strong on that shot for Shu Kin Fan. Quick to Ting. Cross court, Ting gets it back, recovers the loose ball, throws it out to Artino. Artino backing down Holyfield. Artino, scoop shot, does not drop. It is Hong Kong Eastern basketball.
But already the Kuala Lumpur Dragons sensing that they could afford to rest one of their imports. Meanwhile, all of the 3 are still on the floor for Hong Kong Eastern.
Rayleigh Ross gets the basketball back. Rayleigh Ross throws it out, triple on the way. Nothing there on that shot for Chan.
Uh-oh. This foul will be on Michael Holyfield. That is his second personal foul. And we still have 4 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first quarter. This was exactly what we were talking about earlier, and thought he needs to stay away from all of those cheap fouls.
And Carlo, it looks like he will remain on the floor for the time being. Although Adam Su is already getting ready to check in. Right wing 3 does not work. Holyfield gobbles up the rebound. Rayleigh Ross looking for Holyfield. What a play!
Holyfield scoring his first basket of the ball game. Already some chemistry between the guard and the starting center of Hong Kong Eastern.
They've had 3 practices already so far with Brandis Rayleigh Ross. But looking like they've been playing for a while on that sequence. What a block by Holyfield on Artino. Artino has to shoot. Just could not put it down.
Clear foul there on Amir Bell, as he wanted to prevent the fast break opportunity. That be team foul number 4 for the Kuala Lumpur Dragons.
So Big Mike Holyfield will have to take a seat, but not before throwing this one down. And then on the other end, getting the stop on Will Artino. Artino, though, tapping the ball away from Rayleigh Ross. Rayleigh Ross trying to intercept that pass. Artino sidesteps, trying to draw foul. Artino could not put it down. It is Eastern basketball. Coster on the drive. Coster will finish.
Post to goal for Coster as Hong Kong Eastern is putting up a mini run here, cutting their deficit down to 6 points, 15-9.
Bell, 8 on the shot clock. Bell to Artino. And that's a foul as he made his move towards the basket.
Chan Chu Wing got out of position there, impeded the forward motion of Will Artino. That will also send them into the penalty situation. Dragons will be taking free throws with Hong Kong Eastern committing another foul.
Bell creating some space. Amir Bell just could not convert. Rayleigh Ross floats it up and in.
You can see that he has outstanding court vision. Talking about this new point guard. It was earlier a double-digit advantage, 15-5. Now it's down to just 4.
Corner triple does not work for Chin Chenhua. Su blocked by Ting. But the ball will stay with Eastern as the Dragons could not control it. Fan favorite Steven Gunchard coming in for Eastern. This is a 6-0 run for the home team. Costner, quick release, too strong. Bell comes up with the rebound. Amir Bell using his speed, protecting the basketball with his body.
Yep, should be a foul against Will Artino. As he came up, trying to get that defensive rebound, and because it is a loose ball foul, there'll be free throws coming up here for Hong Kong Eastern.
And there you see Brandis Rayleigh Ross trooping to the free throw line. As I said earlier, 3 practices already with Hong Kong Eastern. And it's his role now to try to get the locals involved, get comfortable as soon as possible, so and not really try to fill in the numbers that Trey Kell left.
The discussion now is who takes the free throws, because Rayleigh Ross thought that he was the one who was fouled. Instead, it is Adam Shu on the line.
Adam Shu with a chance to get on the board. First one is good.
I think that actually works in their favor, because you need Adam Shu to have some sort of confidence. You know that your world import has that already. He already made a shot. Now you can help out one of your locals by giving him 2 free throws. He missed the second one, but at least he saw the basket go down.
It's now just a 3-point lead for the visiting Kuala Lumpur Dragons. Wow, on the drive. Shu could not hold on. But the ball will stay with the Dragons.
Hong Kong Eastern slowly but surely climbing back into this matchup with a 7-0 run. They did not do it quickly, but at least they're only down by 3 right now.
Artino lets it go from the outside. Bell could not hold on to the basketball. Wing stepping back. And that's a foul on Wah.
And that'll be 2 more free throws for Hong Kong Eastern. Chan Chu Wing stepping to the line as his defender lost his footing and committed the foul.
Chan Chu Wing was momentarily thinking about taking a jumper and then decided to drive. Turned out to be the right decision, drawing a foul. And a chance for him to get on the board, missing on the first.
It was caused by a little miscommunication on defense as Will Artino ended up being the guy in front of Shu Wing. Let's see if he can sink this second one.
And he gets on the board. It is now an 8-0 run for Hong Kong Eastern. Bell. Artino with a crossover. Artino. And the Dragons have struggled to find the bottom of the net here as of late. Costner for three. Way short on that opportunity to take the lead.
Way short, way too early in the shot clock. Made one earlier, thought that he could make one again. But he probably understands that it would have been a better idea to share the ball with his teammates to try and get a better shot. I think he enjoyed that crossover a little too much.
And he wanted to go for the home run and the lead as well. As we are winding down the first quarter of play here at the Southorn Stadium. Bell short on that shot. Quek, who just checked in, could not put it down.
Last shot time now for Hong Kong Eastern. Shot clock already turned off. They have 15 to work with.
And the ball is with their new point guard, Brandis Rainey Ross. Costner one more time for the lead. Brandon Costner could not knock down the previous one, but made up for it. And because of that, Hong Kong Eastern, the home team, in their first home game for 2020, will end the first period on top, 16-15. We welcome you back to our coverage of the ASEAN Basketball League. Hong Kong Eastern holding on to a one-point advantage against the Kuala Lumpur Dragons after the first.
Kuala Lumpur started out like a house on fire, immediately erecting a double-digit advantage, 15-5, but Hong Kong Eastern ended it with an 11-0 run. And the field goal shooting of Kuala Lumpur took a dive. They ended the first quarter 6 of 21 for a paltry 28%.
Corner triple was missed by Wing as Bell brings the basketball down for the Dragons. Artino waiting for the play to unfold. Hands it off to Amir Bell. Bell makes his move, throws it to the corner. Quek for three. Nothing but sweet string music on that shot.
Sweet rainbow coming from Quek. We know that he is more than capable of getting his fair share of three-point shots. Great set of job by Amir Bell locating the shooter at the corner.
Gunchard missing on that shot. But we can hear the reaction of the crowd every time he's involved in a play. Artino throws it out quick, thought about it, decides to drive, and that's a turnover.
Good read defensively coming from Adam Shu, knew exactly what Kwek was trying to do. Tried to fake the shot and drive baseline, but he read it perfectly and forced the turnover.
Randy Ross getting into Costner. Costner gets it back, shoots another three. Not that time. Bell falling for the screen. Bell looking for Artino underneath, and Artino was fouled by Costner.
Costner was a little bit late there in closing out against Artino. As Will gets to fish for the foul, and he will take 2 free throws.
Working so well together this season, Amir Bell and Will Artino. Artino coming into this game averaging a double-double, 22.3 points per game and 16.8 rebounds per contest. Drains the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line for Artino. He's got 4 for the game.
Former player of the Formosa Dreamers helped them get the first seed in the last season, but he finds a new home with the Kuala Lumpur Dragons, and he's doing much of the same, also helping them get a good start here as they're #1 in the standings so far.
Bell spins, runs into a wall named Costner, and he's called for traveling. I may have heard something.
I actually like that no call because the collision was there, but both players, no. Getting up after that big bump. Traveling violation was called. Instead, 20-16 is the count in favor of the Dragons.
But it is a 5-0 start for Kuala Lumpur here in the second quarter. The home team have yet to score here in this period. Costner decides to drive. Costner finally gets Eastern on the board here in the period.
And the only risk earlier is if Costner falls in love with a 3-point shot. But now he is using the fact that he has made 2 triples already to his advantage as he picked on the 3, dribbled it closer, drew contact, and hit the banker with the bonus free throw coming right up.
And he is the first player in this game to reach double digits. Costner. And he completes the 3-point play. 11 points in the contest for the native from Montclair, New Jersey. Bell from the elbow. Costner tracks down the rebound, and Costner will bring it down himself. Costner feeling it. Costner kicks it out. Wing throws it out. Gunchard for 3.
Great ball movement, great patience. They got the shot that they want, and Ginchard just could not send it home.
Bell. Artino. Gives it back to Bell. 7 on the shot clock. Artino against a smaller defender. Easy money for Will Artino.
He's one of the tallest players in the league, but if you see how well he moves, you'll be certainly impressed. That was another Euro step as Ginchard misses another look from the other side this time.
Well, Artino is 6'11", but with moves like a small forward.
Now, unfortunately for Adam Shu, this will be the second time that he was not able to control a defensive rebound, losing it to the baseline. Ball will stay with the KL Dragons as another fan favorite local, Lao Che Lai, enters the contest for the first time.
So you have both Lau Chi Lai and Ginchard on the floor, along with Adam Su, Costner, and Rayleigh Ross. Artino, the quick inside pass. What a play coming off that inbound pass.
That was a great cut coming from Amir Bell, knowing that his defender, Lau Chi Lai, was fresh off the bench. He took full advantage of it. Lau was late on the rotation, and he ended up giving the foul.
And Bell completes the three-point play. 5 points in the contest.
That play was simply all about smarts, knowing exactly the situation of the ball game.
Costner again! Brandon Costner with his third triple of the contest.
14 points in total. As he pulls Hong Kong Eastern a little closer, down by 3, 25-22.
Bell looking for a teammate, quick. Off of that cross-court pass, Bell nearly grabbing the miss, and here comes Eastern. Rayleigh Ross gets it back from Ginchard, could not finish, and the Dragons are running.
I think Rayleigh Ross was already expecting Ginchard to put that shot off.
Artino knocked him down, the long two, his foot was on the line.
Now after almost a 10-minute break, Kate Davis is about to check back into this ball game. He will be fresh entering this matchup right now. As Kuala Lumpur will have their 3 imports sharing the floor at the same time once again.
That was a long stint on the bench for Kate Davis, who has yet to score in this contest. What a block! Artino rejecting that one emphatically.
But more of a spike from our angle. What a rejection coming from Artino.
Costner, he has been the man of the moment for Eastern. And this is what you were saying earlier, Carlo, the penchant for Costner to fall in love with the three.
I mean, if he trusts their offense just a little bit more, he should know that the ball can go back to him for a much better look as compared to just hoisting up a three-point shot like that one.
Artino on the move, fouled hard by Adam Chu, and he will head to the line for 2.
Kuala Lumpur's offense working harder here in the second quarter, attacking relentlessly, getting free throw attempts, as we will have a TV timeout coming up.
Dragons lead Eastern 27-22. First free throw is good for Will Artino, who now has 9 in the contest.
Artino's career high 34 points against the Macau Black Bears. Also had a 20 rebound performance earlier this season. He is as close to an automatic double-double as you can get here in the ASEAN Basketball League.
And that was the first game of the season for Kuala Lumpur when they defeated the Fubon Braves. The 20-rebound game for Artino, and you see him box out Holyfield. Artino. Bell finally gets to that basketball after being pestered by Lau Chi Lai.
That'll be the 14th foul of Hong Kong Eastern. Still 4 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in the second quarter. But have to be very careful.
Davis still can't knock it down. Randy Ross looking for a teammate. Genchard swishes it through.
First make from the three-point range for Genchard. As he closes the gap against the Kuala Lumpur Dragons. They're only down 28-25 by 3 points right now. But again, you can see the value of a playmaking point guard for Hong Kong Eastern, because in their first 3 games, more often than not, they were caught watching as Miguel got his 30 points, did his damage, but now everyone is involved. Meanwhile, Artino scoring with a hook shot.
Randy Ross trying to get his. Too strong on that triple try.
Ouch, that is a cheap foul to give up if you are Ginchard, because that sends you into the penalty situation. There'll be 2 free throws coming up for the KL Dragons.
And we just saw Coach Jamie Perlman talking to Kate Davis, who still has yet to score.
And these will be golden opportunities to do exactly that from the free throw line.
Davis still dry in this contest.
Quite unbelievable because of how good he is as a shooter.
Trying to loosen up. And finally gets on the board.
And that'll be big for him. Just seeing the ball go through the hoop like that should give him renewed confidence to shoot at these hoops here at the Southorn Stadium.
Randy Ross. Costner back in the game. Randy Ross on the drive. Lau Chi Lai throws it to Costner. Looking for Holyfield, back intercepted by Artino. Davis drives. Davis, no foul called. And Costner will run the floor with a basketball. Shuttle pass. Holyfield was not ready. And that's a foul on Kate Davis. Oh no.
That's the 3rd foul on Kate Davis. I think it was more of a frustration foul because he did not get the ball on the other side. Yes, his head coach basically just pulls him to the bench right now.
It's been a nightmare of a game for Kate Davis, coming off that 27-point barrage against the Saigon Heat. Costner. Randy Ross gets it back to Costner. Ginchard. Not gun shy at all.
Second three-point there coming from Steven Ginchard. Standing tall off the second unit coming from Hong Kong Eastern.
Artino zigzagging his way through for that basket.
13 points in the ball game already for Will Artino.
Randy Ross, what a move. Throws it out. Ginchard to Costner. Randy Ross all night.
Loving the unselfishness coming from Hong Kong Eastern, not forcing themselves, instead trusting on their ball movement as they found their new point guard wide open for that triple.
Bell tried to sneak that one through, did not work. Randy Ross to Costner. Short, Artino with the board. Dragons flying down the court. Kinchard saves it to the wrong man. And the Dragons are able to convert after that lay-in by Chin Cheng-Hua.
Great effort coming from Kinchard. But unfortunately for Hong Kong, it actually gives away a bucket for the KL Dragons.
Kinchard, quick release. And look at that battle for the loose ball. Holyfield could not hold on to it.
Again, they have a better percentage with the three-point shots that they set up. So they need to stick to their philosophy, stick to their movement, and look for the best possible shots instead of settling for the first open ones.
We have a timeout. The Dragons lead Eastern 35-31. Bell brings the basketball down for the Dragons.
I thought this is actually one of 3 ABL games going on at the same time. Well, also a game in Singapore where they're facing off against the Saigon Heat, and then the Macau Wolf Warriors going up against the Formosa Dreamers.
It's a packed day in the ASEAN Basketball League. Ardino could not put the shot down as Rayleigh Ross works his way through the D. Directing traffic. Rayleigh Ross putting on a dribbling exhibition. And that's the first time that Brandis Rayleigh Ross prioritized himself on the offensive end.
That's a crisp ball move right there. Breaking down one-on-one, turning around for the short jumper. Only a 2-point lead for the Dragons.
35-33 to be exact. Dragons. What a shot right there by Loshi 5. Just as time expires, what a way to end the first period. Despite that playground move by Brandis Rayleigh Ross. You're watching the ASEAN Basketball League, halftime stats, analysis, and more when we return. Scorers with 14 in this game.
35% shooting for Hong Kong Eastern at 12 of 34. Kuala Lumpur Dragons a little bit better at 14 of 36. If you take a look at the numbers, everything is pretty much equal, and that is why we have a tight contest. You can see the numbers of Brandon Costner, 14 points alongside 6 rebounds. Versus about ready to start the action here in the third quarter.
So once again, we're glad to have you with us at Don Ross together with Carlo Pamintuan as we break down the action here from the Southorn Stadium in Wan Chai, Hong Kong. This is Brandis Rayleigh Ross giving it down low to the main man, Brandon Costner, double teamed. But the ball will stay with Eastern.
Kuala Lumpur switched the initial ball screen, leaving a smaller defender against Costner, and Quick saved his teammate there by diving for the double team. At least they somehow can get back to their old matchups with only 5 seconds remaining in the shot clock for Hong Kong Eastern.
Rayleigh Ross has to shoot. Crossover, pull-up. Shot does not drop, but the ball will stay with the home team.
That's done by Amir Bell quite clearly. He tapped it out of bounds, so that will also be a fresh 14-second shot clock for Hong Kong Eastern.
Rayleigh Ross looking for the teammate. Finds Costner. And Costner, bothered by the presence of Artino, steals the ball back. Costner again blocked by Artino. Holyfield puts it up, but does not get it to drop. The Dragons have possession.
Those were great looks coming from Hong Kong Eastern. Unfortunately for them, they could not sink it as there was a duty foul given up by Lei Kay as he was caught in no man's land there defending Quick down low.
Carlo, let's see if Kate Davis can get himself going here in the second half. They badly need his production. Here he is, Davis on the move, and Davis finally gets his first field goal.
A total of 3 points in the ball game. He was saddled with 3 personal fouls in the first half of the action, wanting to get going early here in the third.
Rayleigh Ross with the ankle breaker, ding with the rejection. And it is Dragons basketball. Artino on the move, and the craftiness of Will Artino on full display.
6'11" center with a gorgeous Euro step to score on the break.
Eastern now down by 8. Rayleigh Ross floats it up, and in.
He does not panic even if he finds himself in traffic. In the shaded area against the taller defenders, he knows exactly what to do.
Bell falling down as he tried for that acrobatic layup. Leakey for 3!
Long time coming for Leakey. This Hong Kong Eastern squad eagerly awaiting his first triple of this contest.
5-0 run for Hong Kong. Kate Davis maneuvering his way to the basket, uncontested.
The jumpers are not falling, so he's taking it strong to the hoop. Second layup of the third quarter for Davis for 5 points.
Rayleigh Ross lost control of the basketball, but it was touched last by Ding, who will get subbed out for Chin Cheng Hua. Rayleigh Ross trying to be more aggressive here, fades away and knocks it down.
And now he's starting to take over the offense for Hong Kong Eastern. In the first half, he was okay with Mr. Buteng giving up the ball. Now he's looking for his own shot.
Artino gets it to Davis, lets it fly. In and out. Holyfield comes up with the board. Holyfield receives the pass from Costner. Missing at the rim. Quick over Costner. And that's going to be 3 free throws for Quick.
Closeout was a little too aggressive coming from Costner. That will also be his 3rd personal foul. So it'll be interesting what Hong Kong Eastern's coaching staff will decide on. Will they pull Costner out of the contest at this stage or risk him possibly picking up his score?
So you have both Davis and Costner dealing with 3 personal fouls for their respective ball clubs as Quick misses on the first free throw. Makes the second.
But going back to that last miss coming from Holyfield, you know that you're not getting a lot of touches to it. It has to be a stronger attack than that finger roll layup that he ended up front rimming.
Holyfield took 14 free throws and made 8 in their last game. So even though he only took 6 shots, he was aggressive. Meanwhile, Randy Ross missing on the jumper. Holyfield. Bell was tapped out by Bell.
That was a single white shirt going up against Team Dragons there. Luckily for Hong Kong Eastern, Bell touches last.
Inside pass, Shu. Able to score.
That's a smarts coming from Randy Ross as he saw Shu was open for that short one-hander, even against the defense of Artino.
Artino trying to set up Kane Davis. Davis throws it to the corner. Wow, on the drive. And he will head to the line for 2.
Our referee saying that it was not yet a gather. Instead, it will be a baseline throw-in for the KL Dragons.
And Coach Jamie Perlman was even demonstrating to the referee that it should have been a shot attempt from the free throw line. Artino on the drive. Artino is able to put it down.
Athletic finish coming from Will Artino. It looked like a fishing expedition trying to get a foul from Holyfield, but he ends up completing the play with that tough layup.
Costner using his power.
Costner continuing to power the offense for Hong Kong Eastern. He has a total of 16 points in the ball game. They're still down by 3 though, 47-44.
Davis from the free throw line. Nothing but net on that shot for Kate Davis.
Finally, a jumper falling for the sweet shooting Kate Davis. Let's see if that can completely get him going. Maybe even hit a 3-point shot here in this third quarter.
Randy Ross to Costner, top of the key 3. Holyfield with the offensive rebound. Holyfield with a miss. Will try again and is able to convert.
After 3 sorry misses here in the third quarter, Holyfield sticks with it, works hard, and finally gets rewarded with a basket.
Davis blocked. What a rejection right there. Davis grabbing the miss. And Kate Davis heating up here in the third.
Not quitting on the play, sticking with it, getting the offensive rebound and the putback. Davis with 9 points in the ball game, 8 here in the third.
Costner. His team down by 5. Costner too strong on the lefty lay-in. As Bell is running down the floor.
It's a 5-on-3.
Quick in and out. Chin Cheng-Hua throws it out to Kate Davis. 10 on the shot clock. Davis zips the pass to Quick. Forces that one up. Does not go. Randy Ross is running. Lee Kee. And that's a foul. Uh-oh. Chin Cheng-Hua holding on to his left leg. May have tweaked an ankle. Let's take a look at it right here. Lee Kee fell on his foot, and that's why he's being attended to right now. We have a timeout. The Dragons lead Eastern 51-46. You're looking at Big Mike Holyfield. Hong Kong Eastern trailing with 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the third. The Dragons on top 51-46.
Michael Holyfield has done a great job of staying away from committing a third personal foul. He committed 2 early ones in the first quarter.
Oh, that pass by Shu, too high for Costner. The Dragons knew exactly where that ball was going to go.
And that is something you hate as a coach. It's after a timeout and you turn the ball over with a cheap pass like that.
Kate Davis. And that is what Kate Davis does.
You know what, Don? It does not take a lot to get him going. Only scoring 1 point in the first half. Got his rhythm going with a couple of baskets inside. Got a mid-range jump shot and now hit his first 3 of the ball game.
But look at the seal by the real deal, Holyfield.
Second dunk on the contest. I think this one was a little bit better than the first, even if it was an alley-oop. Had much more force into it as they pull closer. 54-48 is the count, still in favor of the Dragons.
And the rejection by Costner on that Davis drive. Davis just not giving up and flexing on that Hong Kong defense.
He has this propensity to just stay over in a quarter. We've seen it time and again. When he's quiet for 3 periods and then all of a sudden explodes. This third is turning out to be a signature Davis score.
He's just in perpetual motion. Kate Davis is. The former Oklahoma Sooner. Played in the Elite 8 during that year that Blake Griffin played.
You know what, Don? Bell has been struggling with the shots, but if you take a look at his numbers, it's still impressive. 5 points, 5 rebounds, but more importantly, 11 assists in the ball game for the guard, world import of KL.
Brandis Rainey Ross spinning and scoring for Hong Kong.
Oh, he wants to take over. 15 points in the ball game alongside 8 assists in his first game in the ASEAN Basketball League.
Davis throws it out to Dave. Loses control, but able to tap it to a teammate. And what a shot right there by Amir Bell.
First basket of the second half for Amir Bell. 7 points in the ball game. 9-point lead for KL.
Holyfield pivots, smothered, and will head to the line for 2.
This was where he made hay in their last contest. A lot of free throw conversions for Holyfield. Let's see if we can take care of business here and pull Hong Kong Eastern a little closer as the KL Dragons offense starting to hum late in this third.
2 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Michael Holyfield, the man in the middle for Hong Kong, doing some damage here in this period. Good on the first.
A rainbow of free throw coming from Michael Holyfield. Puts a lot of backspin into it, loops it really high.
Unable to knock the second free throw down. Bell gets it back from Martinez. Bell. Costner in front of him. Artino. And that's traveling on Will Artino.
You know, after the Euro step, it could have been a legal play, but he put down his left foot, which made it a traveling violation.
Artino does not agree with the call. Shaking his head. Holyfield shaking his head as well. As the 2 big men were walking down to the other side of the court.
He's disagreeing with Artino's disagreement.
Costner throws it out. Time running out on Hong Kong. Ray Ross. Short. Bell to Artino. And Artino looks like he changed his mind in midair, but he'll take the basket.
Good quick release to make sure Holyfield will not be able to get to that shot. Back to a 10-point advantage now. There'll be a loose ball foul drawn by Holyfield.
Holyfield and Bell enjoying a light moment there as the Dragons have erected a double-digit advantage here.
KL Dragons still have a foul to give here in the final minute and 12 seconds of the third period.
Ginchard releases the shot, unable to put it down. Holyfield just runs over Artino.
Big boy move, bully basketball coming from Holyfield. And this offense is coming alive here.
Bell to Davis. Davis back to Bell. Bell, triple team, recovers the basketball somehow. Artino uncontested from the outside.
That's it, wide open from deep. Straight away three, money for Artino. 11-point advantage now, 64-53 for the Dragons.
Costner trying to respond, unable to put it down.
He has been very quiet here in the third period. Last shot time for the KL Dragons. Hong Kong Eastern already in penalty.
Amir Bell makes his move, loses control of the basketball. 2 seconds to shoot. Bell, no foul called as time expires here in the third. The Kuala Lumpur Dragons looking for win number 4 in season 10 of the ABL as they need the still winless home team Hong Kong Eastern after 3. ...22 points and 8 rebounds for Will Artino. And there we see the debuting Brandis Rayleigh Ross with 15 points for Hong Kong Eastern. And the fourth quarter is officially underway. Things getting tight between Rayleigh Ross and Amir Bell. Ginchard defending. Cave Davis chasing him around. Davis overshoots that one.
Explosive offensive performance coming from the KL Dragons, having their best scoring quarter in the third with 27 points.
Costner being given a lot of space to operate. Ball will stay with Hong Kong.
15 seconds to shoot.
And clearly that ball was touched last by Ardino. Ball thrown outside. Shot doesn't fall. It is Kuala Lumpur basketball.
But that was a great wide open look for John Chu again. Unfortunately, could not sink it, but well set up by Hong Kong Eastern's offense.
Davis. Ardino. On the move. Ardino scoops it up and in.
High percentage shooter inside Will Ardino. Dominant with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and a couple of assists in this game.
Costner with another triple, 21 points for Brandon Costner. And that was his first 3 of the game.
Finally making noise once again. It was a silent third quarter performance for him. They need more of that coming from Costner.
Gwen looking for Davis. Ball will stay with the Dragons. And a substitution here. Lo Shifai returning for Kuala Lumpur. Bell throws it to the corner. And time will expire on the Dragons. Oh, actually, he got it off in time. Ball is live. Costner, what a move!
That's actually a signature move coming from Will Ardino. Costner giving him a dose of his own medicine, forcing this early timeout. Coming from the Kuala Lumpur Dragons, their lead down the way 66-58 with still 8 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in this ballgame.
We'll be back.
Ardino.
Gets it off the Bell. Lo Shifai. This is Kate Davis now on the move. Basket is good for Davis.
17 points, 16 in the second half for Kate Davis as he reestablishes a double-digit advantage, 68-58 for the Dragons.
Costner passing it to the corner. Nothing there on that shot for Shu.
A little too early, I think, on the shot block. Not the shot that you would have wanted from that particular player.
Ardino to Bell. Davis has it now. 5 on the shot block. Davis on the drive. Kate Davis. The degree of difficulty on that shot just through the roof.
It was a doubt for him in the first half of action. All of a sudden, everything that he has put up almost going in. Here in the second half, 19 points in the game.
And what a turnaround it has been for Kate Davis. And let's take a look at this stat sequence right here. Really, Ross trying to recover his dribble. Able to draw a foul. Ginchard. Inside pass. nowhere to go. Chan Shu Wing was caught in no man's land.
In the last win of the KL Dragons, Kate Davis scored 12 points in the final quarter, so he likes the big-time situations, like taking control of the game.
Bell. Artino. Long two. Does not work. Rayleigh Ross. Passing it to the corner. Nothing but net on that shot for Shu Kinfan.
Finally something from John Shu. Well, he has 5 points in contest. He played 20 minutes in the game already.
Artino gets it on the low block. Davis steps back, gives it back to Artino. Artino bothered by Shu. Hong Kong needs to make something happen, and that's exactly what Costner does.
Costner puts his head down, goes on the attack, gets the foul and the basket for this N1 opportunity. Look at this play one more time. Great defense as John Shu gets a piece of that ball for the stop. Costner then takes the rebound. Oh, they're not giving it continuation. Sideline throw-in instead for Hong Kong Eastern.
So the score remains 70-61. Costner wants to get the basket back, and he does! Brandon Costner!
Didn't get it the first time. Gets it in his second chance, an N1 opportunity. Finally awaits Costner. Clear contact there on the foul. Yes, he's stepping to the line for the
Brandon Costner, 6'9" forward from Montclair, New Jersey. Prior to coming here, played in Belgium. Looking to complete the three-point play, and he does.
Hong Kong is still in this, so a lot of time remaining on the clock. 5 minutes, 43 seconds. Only down by 6.
Artino. To Bell. Throws the ball out. Hard drive, and the basket is good for Ding Chun Hong, who now has 10 points in the game.
The locals of KL have been largely silent here in the second half. Costner with a three-point shot.
Wow. Just lighting it up with pure confidence. 29 points for Brandon Costner. Artino to Bell. Dragons holding on to a 5-point lead. Bell blocked by Costner. Randy Ross is running. John Shu for three. Hong Kong Eastern is back in the game. Let's take a look at it one more time. John Shu, back-to-back triples here in crunch time. Earlier, Carlo, you mentioned that Hong Kong has been losing by an average margin of 16.7 points per game. Looking for a different type of outcome tonight.
New year, new home for Hong Kong Eastern. These two teams are on opposite ends of the spectrum. KL Dragons at the top, Hong Kong Eastern at the bottom. But they're treating us to a nice matchup.
Good play coming off a timeout, but Kate Davis just could not knock it down. A chance for the home team to take the lead. John Chu for three. And the crowd was ready to erupt.
Could have run the house down. It was a good shot for John Chu, but the deep shot refused to fall.
Artino blocked by John Chu. Randy Ross fouled by Bell.
That was an unnecessary foul given up by Bell because that sends them into the penalty situation. Look at this big-time block. That's a second block on John Chu against a 6'11" Will Artino.
Another opportunity to either tie or take the lead for the home team. And the fans chanting Hong Kong, Costner. And Hong Kong just missing on that second opportunity to take the driver's seat. Martino wants it in the post, throws it out, quick for three, no good. And Wing comes up with the rebound, and Costner waves off Randy Ross. What confidence on the big man. Costner throws it out, Wing on the drive, and we are tied.
Over the outstretched arms of Will Artino. Little John Chu Wing knocking it down. What a big-time layup.
Artino. Oh, unlucky break there for Hong Kong Eastern. Artino somehow able to get that shot through.
Leading back now with the KL Dragons. 3 points out from the corner. Won't work for John Chu.
And again, Hong Kong Eastern with a chance to take the lead with a three. Ball is loose, and Hong Kong just could not hold on to it.
But you have to give credit to this Hong Kong squad and how active they are playing defense. They've made it very difficult for the Dragons to score in the dying minutes of this ball game.
Davis fakes, and he's fouled on the floor.
Not a bad foul to give up if you are Ginchard, because that will only be their first team foul, and he was actually beaten already by Kate Davis.
Crucial possession here for the Dragons. Bell, inside pass, quick with a spin, able to put it in.
That's a great read there coming from Quick. He knew that he had the size and length advantage against his defender, John Chu. Quick turn, and he hit that baby hook for a 4-point advantage, 76-72 for the KL Dragons.
You just saw some of the brilliant plays here in what has been an intense fourth quarter. And Costner really taking matters into his own hands. Leading the way with 29 big points. Shu to Costner. On the move. Costner. Way to draw the foul for the power forward.
Third foul on Quek. KL Dragons already in the penalty situation, leading to 2 free throws for Costner.
And the Southorn Stadium was definitely silent right before that basketball went through.
I was happy I was not the only one speaking that time.
And that's just the intelligence and the knowledge of the basketball community here in Hong Kong as Costner sacked those 2 free throws. Davis, short on the shot, and Hong Kong has another opportunity to take the lead or tie the game. Costner willingly giving the ball up to Brandis Rainey Ross. This is his moment. Gives it back to Costner for 3 and the lead.
They've been wanting that go-ahead 3 for the longest time. Finally, they get it from Costner. They're 32 in the ball game, 77-76 in favor now of Hong Kong Eastern.
Chance of defense. Bell steps back, gives it to Ardino. Ardino falls down. Oh, a blocking foul called as Costner was trying to stay with Ardino.
Costner tried to sell the contact, and he ended up tripping Will Ardino, so I'll have to agree with that call. But, as he earlier noted, Hong Kong is still far from the penalty situation. It's only their second team foul with only 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining here in the 4th.
And prior to that Costner triple that gave them the lead, they had 3 opportunities to take the driver's seat. Hong Kong just with no quit in them here in their first home game for 2020. Coach Jordan Brady wanted to experience his first victory as the new head coach of this ball club, Hong Kong Eastern. 1 minute and 9 to go in regulation. And at the half, Coach Jordan Brady was talking about how he wants his team to defend the pick and roll between Bell and Ardino better. They have done that here in the second half. Davis throws it out. Bell wants a clear out. Bell spins. Much in the clutch. Amir Bell gives the lead back to the Dragons.
Amid all his struggles, Bell making a big-time shot, 9 points, 7 rebounds, 13 assists, and he gets a big block here against Costner.
Costner amongst the threes says he's okay. And gets a huge hand from the Hong Kong faithful.
Still 14 seconds to work with for Hong Kong Eastern to try and retake the lead. And you have to give credit to their coaching staff and how they have banked on this smaller lineup. Without Michael Holyfield on the floor, they've been defending better. Now they have a chance to retake the advantage once again.
Important timeout called here by Coach Jordan Brady. Now let's take a look at this last play right here. The block and the movement by the locals. Wing able to tie the game up with that lay-in. It has been an eventful fourth quarter. And on a lot of occasions, Brandon Costner really took matters into his own hands. And this was the three that gave them the lead.
And I thought it's actually refreshing to see this brand of basketball once again coming from Hong Kong Eastern. They lost their first 3 games by an average of about 17 points. We know they are not a bad team. Now they're playing with purpose, playing for each other, sharing the wealth, as the locals have been locked in as well in this ball game to back up Costner.
Now let's see what Coach Jordan Brady drew up. Coming off that timeout. Wing will receive the inbound pass. Costner wants it. Wing decides to move towards the basket. Costner shoots a 3 over Ardino. Brandon Costner.
Look, it's your night, it's your night. 35 monster points for Brandon Costner, giving Hong Kong Eastern a 2-point advantage, 80-78 with only 30.7 seconds remaining in this ball game.
So after Brandon Costner just knocked out another go-ahead dribble, he will not come back on the floor, Carlo. Interesting move here by Coach Brady as Holyfield is in. Costner is on the bench.
Sensing that they only need one stop to secure this victory, Holyfield, who has the fresher legs, is in for defensive purposes.
Davis, back to Bell. Bell shoots a 3. No! Rebound, Hong Kong.
And they need to foul here. KL needs a foul. Oh!
Really Ross throws the ball away, asking for a foul. He was looking for John Shu.
I thought at this moment, Hong Kong Eastern has a couple of fouls to give. They have to manage them. That was a good one right there.
The game is on the line, and the chance to win their first contest here in Season 10 of the ABL. I'm talking about Hong Kong Eastern. They have about 7 seconds to do it. An all-important defensive stand. Ardino, back to Davis. Davis for the lead. No! Really Ross with a rebound. Welcome to the ASEAN Basketball League, Prentice Really Ross. And Coach Jordan Brady.
I think a foul was called still before the buzzer. So there will be 2 free throws coming up here for the new recruit of Hong Kong Eastern. But what a debut game for him. Before this contest, we were all wondering, why would you part with your leading scorer, a 30-point scorer in Trey Kell? Well, this is the reason why.
What a debut for Brandis Rayleigh Ross. 17 points after that free throw. New year, new result. And Coach Jordan Brady with his first victory in the ABL.
Among those 17 points a thon, what was more important were the 13 assists that he dished out. Played with so much intelligence, played with so much poise, allowing Hong Kong Eastern to pick up this huge win at the expense of the formerly league-leading Kuala Lumpur Dragons. Kong forces it up and in!
CC hasn't made a shot before that.
Pretty good so far here in the first half.
Lai, oh, everyone for the Black Bears finding the bottom of the net.
Lee Key with a big steal. Lee Key